up again. It's July the voice, and we are in number 10. We're right there. 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 One more after this, right? We're at number 10, and this time in Deep in the Song, we're going over a song for you, right? This song was actually given to me by EQ Music. Definitely check him out. He's really dope. He gave me this song, and what I wanted to do after Higher, right, is not only just take you on the spiritual health, right, and how that plays into it again, also take you on the mental. And so while the spiritual health is building up, the mental health is building up, right? And so with that mental health comes the accountability, right? The understanding of just what got us into the first place, right? And so a song for you does that, and it checks me to make sure I don't do it again, right? Because a lot of people want to avoid that part of the process, but when you're going through your head, you're going through these emotions, you're going through these situations, you're breaking down your process and everything like that, you can't do it without acknowledging where you messed up, right? That's important. There's no way to go forward unless you know what brought you backwards, right? And so a song for you turns around and definitely orchestrates that. Now, the cool part about it is, instead of making it obvious and just going, I did this and did this, song for you kind of plays out like it's talking about somebody else, right? And so I wanted to kind of create verses and create this nice, cool story to the song where it's hard to understand who I'm talking about, right? It sounds like I'm talking about my wife, talking about a friend, I'm talking about somebody else who I know, right? And it brings different contexts, right? And the contexts start coming together in the second verse, right? Because the other thing about it is I want to write a song that, while it is initially directed at myself, the song ultimately, that's what I say at the end, it's a song that can also be, transition to other people, right? You can apply it to yourself, you can apply it to somebody else, you can apply it, however you need to, right? There's different parts of the songs that puts that level of accountability in certain aspects, right? But it was really fun kind of doing a whodunit thing on this song, right? being almost sort of vague, but not vague, like vaguely specific on here. And then revealing at the end, who I'm talking about. I'm talking about me, right? So it was a cool journey, a cool climb. I enjoyed the chorus part. I had to really layer those down because at first it was super loud. So I went back and mastered it again. And really smoothed out the verses, right? Because I really wanted it to be, it's a bouncy beat. So even though we're talking about accountability, right? Again, there's this thing in the way that I do my music and the artistry to where I want to talk about these deep conversations, but it doesn't have to be depressing. I don't want people to be depressed with going through these shifts and changes, right? I think that's the problem. We talk about it, and it gets so depressing that people rather avoid it altogether. I don't want people to avoid it, right? I want people to embrace it. And so a song for you creates a cool embrace to the accountability, right? He's even got funny lines where it's like, I'm gonna really get on your ass. I'll be really rooting for you, but I'm not giving a pass, bro. Like we're not gonna ignore what you did. And so, while that naturally I could have delivered that somberly and did a dark beat and did all this, imagine it's on a happy beat, right? And it's like, oh dang, you know what, you're right, bro. And that's the reaction, right? To get comfortable. The In the Deep End series is all about, because we're not done with the series, right? We're closing the chapter on In the Deep End 2, right? With this new drop that's coming out. We're closing the chapter on In the Deep End 2, where we're in the mental headspace, right? And we're coming out of it, but we're not done. We still got to come out of it, right? It's a little bit of spoiler for you for the drop that's coming out tomorrow. But yeah, the whole In the Deep End series is about walking through this, right? We started at the lowest possible point with the first one, right? And that one was probably more so for me. If you ever do go on my SoundCloud page and stuff, or you go on my Spotify, you can still turn around and listen to it. I don't delete the old stuff that I did, right? I think people will try to get better at music and then try to delete the parts where they grew. No, go back and listen to it. I want you to hear it. All all the beat inconsistencies and the inflections and me recording off the phone. I want you to hear it because I want you to see the progress. And I think it's really beautiful to see just how much In the Deep End is progress from its original part, right? And that's the point, right? I want the progress to be embraced, right? This process of coming from a decline to building ourselves back up again. And that's what In the Deep End is about. And the song for you encapsulates that whole thing, right? Okay, I know where we messed up at, but I know where we can go, right? It doesn't stay stuck on where we messed up at. It goes towards where we can go. Like, hey, if you just turn around, maintain this, you maintain this, you maintain this, you golden, bro. Like, so that's the beautiful part about a song for you. And I hope everybody feels that. And I hope as people are turning around listening to this album, you're beginning to embrace the process of moving from this decline and this depressive space to getting better about the health, right? Getting better about the spiritual health, getting better about the mental health. Life is full of setbacks, but we don't have to live in that, right? And so that's what I hope you captured out of that. This is Deep in the Song. This has been July and the Voice, and I'll catch you on the very last one. One more, guys.